What's good, folks? Dark Dre 19, and welcome back to another What If, yo. I do believe this is What If Naruto was the son of Obito and female Kakashi, part 2. I believe... Shit, I don't even remember where we last left off. Yo, fuck it. I mean, you guys, most likely you guys saw part 1, so I might as well just start from the beginning of this one. So yeah, let's go. So yeah, let's go. Team 7 have been going on these, little missions. Oh yeah, I forgot. It was after the ass whooping Naruto gave him. Yeah, the bell test and everything. That shit happened, and then Sasuke charged Naruto when everybody left, and Naruto whooped his ass. So yeah. So it's basically after that. After that, they're doing their little missions. So yeah. Team 7 have been going on missions and all here and there, and Naruto has been able to study his teammates or his students. I don't know. He's technically the assistant, and Kakashi's the Jonin leader. Naruto's the Jonin himself too. But he's only doing this. It's more like a test for him, for Naruto, to see if he's able to lead his own Jonin team in a young age. Because I'm gonna say that he's been bugging the Hokage about wanting to lead his own team instead of waiting until he's like an adult. So if he's able to learn from his mother and protect this team, eventually he'll have his own team. So yeah, that'll be cool. So yeah, as time goes on, Naruto has been giving out some little pointers and all to his team, and with Naruto helping Kakashi's team, she has been able to read her book a lot more. So yeah, that's fun. Kunato, Kunato, Uzumaki, and Sakura, they are more than happy to listen to Naruto, but Sasuke, he still refuses to listen to a half-breed. So yeah, during these missions, Naruto would notice how his team work. Sasuke has some skills, but he's arrogant and full of jealousy. Kunato is strong and determined, but she's weird around Naruto for some reason. Naruto doesn't know why, but we as the audience, we know why. And Sakura, she's smart, but lacking in many things. So Naruto would focus on her, more on her training, to be exact. So whenever they are finished with their boring missions of, catching a cat or walking an old lady, some shit like that, all that boring crap, Naruto would work on her skills. And Sakura, she has no problems with, Naruto. and she finds him, nice, as he is 2 years older than them and doesn't have he has no baby face. He's really good looking. As I told you, he gets his looks from Kakashi, and the mask don't hide the looks. Naruto don't wear the mask as good as his mother. So yeah, people can tell how good he looks. But Sakura's more than happy to listen to Naruto. And during these little trainings, what really pissed Naruto off was seeing how gifted she was. Because I'm gonna be honest. Let's be honest. Sakura was fucking gifted. She was gifted. She was damn good. It's the fact that she never applied herself. It's like Naruto. What he sees that not only were her chakra natures earth and water, he sees that she's well suited for genjutsu. Things like that really gets on Naruto's nerves when he sees someone so skilled, but they don't put their time and effort to master those skills. He sees that Sasuke is kind of a huge distraction for her. So, what the hell? Yeah, here. Yeah, he sees that. He's a huge distraction for her. So, he would often then keep. Oh, hold up, you guys. Alright, sorry about that, folks. I just got off. Just had to do something a little bit. So, where was I? Oh yeah. Alright. So yeah, Naruto decided to focus on Sakura's training or whatever. And seeing that has the natures of earth and water, and the fact that she's well suited with genjutsu and whatever. So, and Naruto, as the son of the copycat ninja, Naruto's able to teach her a few water and earth jutsus and work on her taijutsu. With this training, Sakura has started to, grow a bit closer to Naruto. She still likes Sasuke, but that mold will eventually be broken, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Eventually let's move on. We're moving on. So yeah. Sorry. So eventually Team 7 would get tired of these boring missions, as they would confront the third Hokage, because Obito haven't became the next Hokage, because Danzo is complaining about he's bitching about not wanting Uchiha to become the next Hokage, and it's pretty much has been like a huge argument between the council or whatever. Yeah, some of the council members see that Obito's in Uchiha, but he's done so much for the league, The third wants him to be the next Hokage when he decides to retire with Danzo and some other folks. You know what I'm saying? It's just a huge political debate of Uchiha and Danzo's and his council friends fucking racist. He was like, oh, Uchiha fucking racist. It really is. But you know, that's sorry. I don't know what the fuck I just went on that little rant for. But yeah. So, at the little office, Sasuke is the first one to bust in the door, kicking it open as he's like, Lord Third, an elite Uchiha like myself shouldn't be doing such boring missions like this. Give me a better one. As the third would shake his head in annoyance, because you've already heard this from Sasuke so many times. As Sasuke's like, any hard missions that half-breed can do, I could do better. Because I am a full-blooded Uchiha. As the third would just, Kakashi, as she just shrugs, saying, maybe this team should get a tougher mission. As the third, sorry about that. Okay, so it's recording. So yeah. So the third decides to just give them a sea rake mission as Tazuna comes in. As he brings in Tazuna, as the drunk man takes a look at the team that's gonna be protecting him, as he's interested in the masked ones, but it's like, what are these three children here gonna do? All of them look ridiculous. They barely look like ninjas. As Kunato, Sasuke, and Sakura kind of get angry at this. But Naruto steps in saying that they're more than capable, sir. So, are you ready to leave back to, the Wave Village? As, Tazuna takes a swig of his drink as he's like, sure. So yeah, Kakashi and Naruto bows to the third as they take their team and they leave. So yeah, it pretty much goes on like that as they are walking through the forest. Kakashi is reading her book. Naruto is staying vigilant as Kunato and Sakura are speaking to each other, and Sasuke is just staring at Naruto. Just to remind you guys, if you don't remember part 1, that Naruto is the reincarnation of Indra, and the reincarnation of Ashura is Kunato, her. So yeah, who knows what will happen to Sasuke since he's not one of the chosen one children or whatever. hey, I mean, you guys could decide what happens to him. I don't care. Shit. I mean, I already had one dude bitching about me saying that it's like, oh, this is a Naruto what if, not a Sasuke what if. Like, fine then. What you want me to do with Sasuke in this one? This shit is not his what if. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. But besides the point, as these folks are just, walking through the forest, as eventually Naruto would notice a puddle on the ground, as he finds that weird because one simple puddle there in the middle of the forest when there was no rain for a while, as Naruto kind of just ignores this as they walk past the puddle. The demon brothers jump out to attack Kakashi, but Kakashi during her reading session activates her EMS as their chain weapons gets convoyed away. So yeah, let me explain that that Kakashi, she can turn on and off her Sharingan. So yeah, she doesn't need the headband to cover her. And before y'all tell me that she needs Uchiha DNA in order for her to do something like that, keep in mind she already has Uchiha DNA in her, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, back to the fight with a few seconds of those demon brothers being distracted as they watch their weapon be sucked into some black hole portal type shit. Kunato summons some shadow clones as she hits one of the brothers with a flurry of combos, on each side with her shadow clones. Ignore that. So yeah, Kunatsu's basically jumping one with her shadow clones while Sakura uses a jutsu she made with the help of Naruto, as she calls it. She does a few head signs saying water style blossom bullets, where she shoots like these tiny water bullets shaped like cherry blossom petals. I think that's what those trees are called. A cherry blossom. I could be wrong. But yeah, the water bullets are shaped like those type of petals, as they would affect the opponent's senses, when the petals hit them, as they would either be knocked out by it, or if the effects last longer than that, it would kill them. But she held back on this one, so it just basically knocks the brother out, as Kunato is done beating the crap out of the other demon brother. So yeah, Sasuke, seeing this, just couldn't believe how fast they were, especially Sakura, because in his eyes, she should be the weak link on this team, as Sasuke would walk up to Sakura, grab her arm, which actually hurt her a little, as he would look at her saying, "How the hell did someone like you get this strong?" As he would keep looking at Sakura angrily, but Sakura would actually push Sasuke away, which was something she herself didn't expect to do, as this only pisses off Sasuke even more, as he is legit about to swing on Sakura. Well, I guess he technically kind of did that in canon. Not much swing on her, but try to kill her once. And Genjutsu, it's just but I can't say that was a little different, but what I'm saying is more of like an abusive type joint. It's like if they're ninjas, in canon. Sasuke was basically not in his right mind, so at that point killing each other, if if Sasuke were to kill Sakura during that point, it wouldn't be as bad as it is here, since they are technically supposed to be on the same team, friends and whatever. And to see Sasuke just try to swing on her, I think that personally that seems a hell of a lot worse than what he was trying to do in Canon Shippuden. But that's just me. You folks might have different opinions on it. But before Sasuke could connect the hit, Naruto gets in the way, blocking Sasuke's hit, as Naruto just looks straight at Sasuke, saying, "Sasuke, back off now." As Sasuke would just be like, just pull back his arm, saying, "Fine, just stay in your place, Sakura," as he just walks away. And this little outburst would really sadden Sakura, but Naruto ruffled her hair, as Kunato would just hug her from behind, saying that it's fine and all, which made her feel better. And you might say, it's like, why the fuck ain't Kakashi doing much on this? It's like, yeah, Kakashi's the Jonin leader and all, but this is more for Naruto to see if he can handle a 3-man team. And if he is able to handle a 3-man team, he'll get his own. He'll probably be like the youngest Jonin to have his own team, because I believe you have to be like an adult. But yeah, let's get back to this story. So after all that, Kakashi would confront Tazuna about the highly skilled ninja that came after him, as Tazuna would explain that the Land of Waves don't really have much money to pay for higher ranked missions like that, as it's the fact that they're kind of poor and they just couldn't afford a high ranked, just a high rank, as Kakashi would look to her son as he would nod towards Kakashi, just approving this mission, as Kakashi would just shrug, saying that we'll still do it. As as they just, start walking through the forest again. So yeah, they just keep on going with their little mission, with this mission, as a mist would just come out of nowhere, as this gets the attention of everybody. While the mist was going on, a giant sword would start swinging through the air, as Kunato, Sasuke, and Sakura would duck, while the blade would just phase through Naruto, as he has his father's abilities with the Kamui. Yeah, you already know he has all the abilities Obito and Kakashi would had with their Sharingans. So yeah, the blade just phases through Naruto, as it would hit the ground, and Zabuza and Haku would be there, would teleport to the sword. Or body flicker, not teleport. As Zabuza, he knows damn well he can't take on Kakashi by himself, knowing that her and her husband's names have been spoken through all the nations, But yeah, Zabuza, that fool, is still full of pride, as he would say that if you let me have the builder, I'll let you all live right now. As Kakashi and Naruto would just ignore this, as they both would activate their Sharingans. Kakashi would face Zabuza, as Naruto would deal with Haku, as Haku would throw a few senbons at Naruto, but they would phase right through. Probably one of the most overpowered Sharingan abilities there is. That shit was crazy. Obito was spamming that shit, wasn't he? He really was spamming that joint. Because Haku, seeing that she might need to have a bit more speed while doing this, because in her eyes, he has to see where the attack is coming from in order to phase through it, which she's not wrong. She's not right, but she's not wrong either, As not wasting any time, Haku would summon her crystal ice mirrors, surrounding summon his crystal ice mirrors. I don't know if I said her or something. Haku would summon his crystal ice mirrors, which Naruto would find some interest in this, as he would see a bunch of reflections of Haku as they would throw a bunch of sin bombs at Naruto, and Naruto, wanting flex on Haku, decided not to phase through these sin bombs, but decided to dodge them, as Haku, seeing this, believes that Naruto has like a little time limit on his abilities, as he would keep throwing sin bombs at Naruto, as he would just keep dodging it easily. And when Haku thought he saw an opening during Naruto's dodging fit, he would dash out the mirror with a sin bomb in hand, about to stab Naruto in the back, but Naruto would easily dodge with a kick to Haku's face, as this would send him back into his mirror. And Naruto, he found this whole little ice release thing impressive, but he feels that he wasted enough time, as he activates his EMS and throws a bunch of Kamui shurikens at the ice mirrors, leaving only a few for Haku to use. As Haku would try to use the remaining mirrors to catch Naruto off guard, but this kind of only slows Haku down, as Naruto would focus on the next mirror Haku was gonna go in, as he throws a Kamui shuriken at that direction, Kamuiing the mirror. Haku kind of gets off balance, seeing the mirror gone, hitting a tree, and taking this opportunity, Naruto would bust out his Chidori, as he Kamuis himself next to Haku on the tree, stabbing his Chidori in Haku's chest, killing him. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of prefer to rush the Zabuza Haku, because, I don't know if I explained this already. It's not the most interesting thing about Naruto, so I kind of rush it, because I don't really care. So yeah, Haku's dead after that last blow. And the fight between Kakashi and Zabuza should go as you would expect, with a more powerful Kakashi versus regular old Zabuza. So yeah, Zabuza would just die with a lightning blade through the chest. But yay, Zabuza and Haku are dead. Though Kunato would not get her ninja way from Zabuza and down there. You could say she pretty much already has it from Naruto, since the village would treat her as a demon, a monster, and just, the kids would try to beat her up when she was young, but Naruto stepped in, saving her. Of course, Kunato has a bit more loved ones than Ken and Naruto, since Kunato has Rin as a surrogate mother. Rin doing more than the third Hokage ever did. But anyway, after that, Tajima would take them back to his Land of Wave village, where they would, eat dinner and all that jazz. And since Kakashi isn't, drained of chakra or anything like that, she's able to properly train the team, as she would teach them tree and water walking. And they would eventually go to the bridge where that dude Gato and his gang are waiting. Kakashi and Naruto, they actually decide to let the Genis deal with these small fries, as Kunato would summon a whole bunch of shadow clones. Sakura would use her earth and water techniques and all, and Sasuke would shoot, fireballs, fireball jutsus, and phoenix flowers, and whatever. Basically, taking them all out. As after all that, the bridge would actually be named the Kunato Bridge, because I said so. So yeah, they basically finished that, the Land of the Waves arc is finished. Good, as they would decide to head back to the Leaf. So, sorry. So yeah, time skip to where Team 7 are in front of the Leaf gates, as an Ambu would body flicker in front of them, saying, "Naruto, the council would request your immediate attention," or some shit. I don't know how I would say it. They just want you to be there. As Naruto would nod to the Ambu and wave bye to his team, making his way to the council room. And hold on, you guys, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. So yeah, Naruto at the council room would open the door to see the council members and his father Obito. As the third would speak up, saying, "Yo, Naruto, thank you for coming, as we need to speak to you on a important matter." Naruto saying, well, what is it, Lord Third? As the third would say, "Well, I'll make this quick. Ever since the tragedy that fell upon the Uchiha clan, the Leaf have lost a fair amount of power. Of course, thanks to you, your father Obito, and your mother Kakashi, we were able to keep the other village off our backs. But 3 people are not gonna be enough. The Leaf needs more. As your father here refuse this request. So we really need you to do it. Request, you say? Yes. What we need is you Naruto, to restore the Uchiha clan under your bloodline and possibly take on multiple wives. As Naruto would squint at what he's hearing as he looks at his father, who just gives him a nervous smile. Asashi Hyuga, I don't know, I think he's one of the council member. He speaks up saying, I know, Naruto, that you would want a strong Kinoichi. That's how you pronounce it, right? Female ninja, Kinoichi? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Yeah. A strong Kinoichi as a wire. So I have one from my clan as a female Hyuga with a smug look on her face walks into the room next to Naruto. Ignore as Hisashi says that this is Neji Hyuga, a capable ninja. She may not be a part of the main branch, but she's the strongest female Hyuga close to your age. Because Hisashi is still having, problems with Hinata not accepting her role or whatever the fuck. As Neji looks at Naruto saying, it's only you already know how smug Neji would be, how smug Neji was during these, as we first saw him in the exams, as should be. It's only obvious that someone as strong as you, Naruto, can claim a prodigy like myself. But I see no reason for you to waste your time searching for other Kinoichis, because none of them will be able to compare to me. As Neji rubs Naruto's chin, acting as if she owns him already. Naruto would give her that tired Kakashi look as he turns his attention to the third, saying, the Chunin exams are coming up, right? As the third nods. It's like, alright. So, Neji, if you are the strongest Kinoichi as you say, then you are going to prove you're the strongest by winning the exams. And if you do that, well, I'm all yours. As Neji agrees to these terms. Naruto, just after that, Naruto would bow to the third, then leave, heading back to his team. As Kakashi has been reading her book while the rest of the team are just waiting for Naruto to return. As he body flickers in front of all of them, as you know, Kakashi puts her book away, turning her attention to Naruto. As he speaks up, saying, "Alright, team, gather around. I got something to say. The Chunin exams are coming up, so I thought about signing you three up, as this excites the team. As as this excites the team, as Kunato and Sakura ask Naruto to train them. Naruto, he sees nothing wrong with training them, but Sasuke, you already know that he wants nothing to do with Naruto's training, especially at the fact that he's still pissed from that ass whooping he got from Naruto in the last episode. So yeah, I'm gonna do another time skip, because I'm not gonna waste any time, as it's the beginning of the exams where Kunato, Sakura, and Sasuke are making their way to the registration room, where they meet up with the other teams and where they are gonna take their first test, the written test. And you know, the written test is freaking boring, so I'm not gonna waste time with that, as the team 7 would ask, because Kunato and Sakura are just smart, and Sasuke would have his Sharingan to cheat, which was the whole point of the test. So yeah, done with that little test. The ones who pass are met with Anko, while the ones who failed just... What happened to the ones they just failed. They just have to wait next year to do the exam again, which would fucking suck. And so yeah, the ones who've passed meet up with Anko, who explains the Force of Death test. The 2 scrolls. She explains the 2 scrolls and the rules of the test, that they are allowed to kill in this forest, which I find crazy. But yeah, they're allowed to kill. So yeah, everybody get their respected scroll as they make their way through the forest. Our team 7, as time goes by, Kunato can't help but sense that they are being followed, as they would just keep on, going, but as the figure would get closer and closer. So yeah, when close enough, Kunato throws a kunai at the person as they dodge and summon a snake to eat Kunato. But before the snake could reach, Kunato teleports to the kunai next to this grass ninja, as we all know is Orochimaru. Yeah, you heard me right. Flying Rising. flying Raijin, since Naruto pretty much had 2 years under his belt learning from Minato, and the fact that, you know, Naruto was never one to give a shit about the rules, and he's not gonna withstand any information from Kunato. So he already told her that she has the nine tails in her, that she's the hero from that village, and that she should be respected, because if you wasn't there, the nine tails would still be rampaging, and that you're the daughter of the fourth Hokage, and the fourth Hokage, the Yellow Flash, and Kishino Uzumaki, the Red Death. As Kunato would take pride in this, and would love, like Naruto, even more for, you know, telling her the truth. So yeah, even though Naruto doesn't use the flying Raijin himself, he would know the aspects of how to do it, and would teach it to Kunato, since it's her fucking birthright. So yeah, Kunato teleports right next to Orochimaru, which was unexpected. Which was, you know, unexpected to her. I mean, to him, not her. I'm not doing the female Orochimaru in this one. Only Virgil gets female Orochimaru. This is regular Orochimaru. As, yeah, a fight would go on. The other Sasuke and Sakura would see this as they would jump into the fight. As Sakura would, you know, do some earth technique, whatever, like stone mud wall or something, to hit Orochimaru from the bottom, as Sasuke would shoot some fireballs, whatever, and Kunato would have her shadow clones, as they would use flying Raijin, which would really get on Orochimaru's nerves. But he's liking the skills of these genis, as he would still try to give Sasuke the curse mark, but Kunato would see that Orochimaru was reaching his head to stretching his head to Sasuke, as she would throw a kunai with the flying Raijin thing, as she would grab onto Orochimaru's neck, while a bunch of shadow clones would grab onto Kunato's feet or whatever, as this would weigh Orochimaru down, kind of pulling his neck down. As his neck goes down, Sakura would be down there, as she would, you know, shoot a water bullet at Orochimaru's face. But, you know, at this point, Orochimaru was kind of, you know, done with this, as he feels that he had enough fun, as he would just, you know, leave his scroll, because reality, we already know if Orochimaru was actually trying, he would destroy these three. But he doesn't really have the, I'm gonna say he doesn't really have the time, as he would just leave. Because, you know, he can put his little mark on Sasuke anytime he wants. So, yeah. They take the scroll as they try to make their way to that little building place. But as they are making their way to that forest, whatever joint, that forest, whatever building, the sound team, that girl and that dude with the arm hand shit, bandage wrap or whatever, and the guy with the hole in his hands, you know what I'm talking about. They attack our Team 7 as they get into a fierce battle. As the sound team, they kind of not, you know, really standing much of a chance, you know, until that sound dude hits his, I don't know what he does with his arm thing, but you know, it does that little ringing shit as this, you know, fucks with all of their senses, as this would, you know, drop them on their knees. As they would, you know, try to get up, but, you know, the dude with the air palm, whatever shit, would, you know, blast Sasuke. Because with Orochimaru's orders, they want, you know, them to kind of beat on Sasuke a bit more, so, you know, he can look for, you know, more power or some shit like that. As they would go off on Sasuke, Sakura senses are still fucking her up, as Kunato senses are fucking her up too. And Sasuke, her friend, even, I mean, not really close, but that's still her teammate. And hearing him get kind of fucked up is pissing her off, as slits kind of, you know, her eyes turn into slits as it turns red, and her markings would, you know, thicken as she gets angry. Her claws, her nails would grow. And here's the crazy thing: out of her back, a whole bunch of chakra chains would come out. Red chakra chains. Oh, as the sound team would see this, as Kunato would blitz one of the palm dude, knocking him out, as the gauntlet guy tries to use his sound wave shit, but he gets hit by one of the chakra chains, draining his chakra. Not enough to kill him, but, you know, incapacitate and knock him out. As Kunato would go after the girl, as she would, you know, shoots one of her chains as it grabs onto the girl, pulling her forward, kind of like what Naruto did to Sasuke when he was in that one tail form, as this would pull her forward and punch, pretty much, you know, just, you know, just boom, knocking her through the forest as she would go flying, cleaning her clock out, you know what I'm saying? Craziness. As this burst of rage and power would be too much for Kunato, as this would, knock her out. And pretty much after that, Sakura was able to get her senses, and she sees that both of her teammates are kind of fucked up, as she would pick them both up and just rush to the building place or whatever, as they would make it. Yay. As she's tired, putting her team down, as she takes out the Heaven Earth Scroll or whatever, and just opens it. And Naruto pops out. Not Aruka. Naruto pops out. As he congratulates her, his team, seeing that, y'all got you 3 times up, as he would aid all 3 of them, healing them and, explaining the next part of the exam, which, since there were too many people who passed, it would be that little fight before the real fight happens. But yeah, besides all that, I think this is where I'm gonna end this here. So, I don't know. Whatever. Goodbye. Yeah. No, thank you. Sorry. Thank you for listening. And goodbye.